don't know me, I live here in Missouri. Like I said, my name is Chelsea. I'm 22. I am in school to be a massage therapist. I've been in a relationship for 8 years with my boyfriend. In August, it'll be 8 years. I'm also a preschool teacher and a server at Texas Roadhouse. So that's always fun. But this is just a pregnancy vlog for the people that can't be with me. That's including my mom, my boyfriend's mom, and anybody else that wants to be involved that just isn't around me all the time. Especially whenever I move to Warrensburg, it's definitely for my sisters as well. So they get to see what I look like, and not that they're gonna remember or forget what I look like, but just through the pregnancy, it'll be nice for people that don't get to spend that much time with me. They just get to see what's going on, because I'm going to give you like a weekly or every bi-weekly update on everything, cravings, and just like how the baby's growing and just different kind of stuff like that. And the really fun stuff like gender reveals and the baby shower and all of that. So I'm really excited. I'm also making it for my future child. I think it's gonna be really cool whenever he or she grows up and I'm like, hey, look, I made a vlog and I made it for you. That way you could see like my reaction and, you know, everything that I kind of went through growing you, which is just so cool to me. But yeah, I made it. I'm gonna make it for our child as well. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself. This first one's gonna be about how I found out I was pregnant. So let's get started. A couple weeks before my cycle, I just thought it was normal stuff. My breast started to ache. I had cravings. I was already having cravings. It was weird. But I thought it was like my normal stuff, because I usually like crave like ice cream around my cycle. Well, I was craving like hot, spicy, like buffalo sauce. I wanted buffalo sauce on everything. I made Josh take me to Buffalo Wild Wings all the time, and I honestly thought about buying a bottle of their, I don't have it with me. I should have it with me. I need to go get some. But I wanted a bottle of their buffalo sauce, because that's how much it was craving it. I still am. I still haven't bought it. I don't really know why. But, so yeah. The boobs were sore and just craving all that stuff. I thought it was my cycle, like I said. A couple weeks go by and I took a test and it was negative. So it's like, okay. It's just gonna come soon. It'll come soon. Eventually it'll be here. You know, that's kind of like my thought process. And then I started getting the chills. It's like, okay, I'm getting sick. Yeah, no, I wasn't sick. I texted my friend Savannah and I said, hey, did you have the chills when you were pregnant? And she's like, yes, Chelsea, I had the chills. I was really cold. And I was like, I am freezing all the time. And then eventually it got to the point where I was exhausted. And I'm sorry if you hear, there's a trash truck. If you hear trucks out, I have the door open a little bit. But I started to get exhausted. Like, I couldn't even keep my eyes open in class. That's how bad it was. I knew something was up. I just knew. I just knew. And it's funny because now that I think about it, a couple weeks before, I was like, I'm pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Like this just isn't normal. Like, it's just not normal for me. I usually have my cycle is on time. I don't really crave like weird stuff, like hot stuff. It's usually just like the regular cycle stuff, like sugary stuff, like sweet stuff. But yeah, so I got the chills and I was just so tired. So tired. So then, yeah, Savannah's like, you need to take a test. I said, okay, I'm gonna take a test. So I go to bed. I'm like, okay, tomorrow, I'm taking a test. They say to use the morning. I wake up and my first thought was, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. And then I hadn't even taken a test yet. I was just like, I am pregnant. And I was like, okay, it's the moment of truth. And I go in there and I take it and I walk away and I I was so anxious, I was nervous, I was excited. This is before I even got the results. This was just walking away and letting it do its thing. I literally only gave it 2 minutes, and I went in there, bright pink stick, 2 lines. I was like, instant tears. Instant tears. I was just bawling. And it wasn't that I was like mad. It wasn't like mad at all. There was no anger at all. I was more scared. I was terrified. I was like, how am I going to raise a child? Like, how are we going to raise a child? How are Josh and I going to raise a child with me being here and him being on base in Nam Noster? I was like, how are we going to do this? But I needed someone. Sierra wasn't here. I needed someone to talk to. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. No, it may have been earlier than that. I don't remember. But I called Savannah. Savannah called me first whenever she found out she was pregnant, and she told me. So I thought, you know, I should call Savannah. And not only that, but the night before, I was sitting on the couch, and Savannah's like, okay, let me know as soon as you know. So I didn't want to let her down. I was like, you know, so I called her, and I'm bawling. And she's like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, Savannah, I'm pregnant. And she was just like so excited, and I couldn't tell if she was like jumping up and down or what was going on, but she was excited, and she's like, okay, how many have you had? Or how many have you taken? And I was like, I've taken 2. By that time I take 2. And she was like, okay, just, for me, I was like, okay, I want to take a little bit more, and like just to like verify, because I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even wrap my head around it. And honestly, I didn't wrap my head around it until we got the sonogram and I saw the pictures. That's whenever it finally just like set in, and I heard the heartbeat. Like that was just like, that's just what did it for me. I don't know. That's just what did it for me. But so yeah, I called Savannah. I told her. I didn't even. Looking back on it, I wish I would have called Josh, but at the same time, I didn't want to tell him. He was supposed to come up he was coming up like, it was Monday when this happened. He was supposed to come up the weekend, and I was like, I want to tell him in person. I was like, he's going to be a little upset that I didn't tell him when I first found out. You know, he's just gonna be a little upset about that. But I was like, you know what? I want to do this. I want to do it in a way that we can just have our moment of, you know, finding out that we're gonna be parents. And so I did. I waited till that weekend. Yeah. So that's a little bit about my reaction, about how I found out. The next video is going to be about how we told our parents and our family, because that was quite the adventure. That was fun, nerve-wracking, like so much anxiety. I was honestly terrified to tell my dad. He was the only one that I was terrified. But yeah. So that's the next one. See you later, guys.